Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he would convene his security cabinet later this week to discuss how Israel's military would meet its goals in Gaza. Earlier, Netanyahu announced he wanted to fully occupy the Strip, including launching military operations in areas where remaining hostages were held. His statement followed the release of new videos of emancipated hostages held in Gaza and signifies a significant change in tone of the government. Netanyahu said the video had strengthened his resolve to topple Hamas, and the Israeli leader has seemingly sidelined a pursuit to reach a negotiated agreement instead. The footage of the hostages was released as humanitarian organizations and international experts continue to warn of a worst-case scenario of famine unfolding in the enclave. In the last few hours, health officials reported dozens of Palestinians had yet again been killed while seeking aid. Meanwhile, pallets of aid were parachuted over Gaza, as seen from Deir al-Bala on Tuesday. Several countries resorted to the airdrops in response to the lack of food and growing famine in the Strip, but the UN has warned for the dangers of parachute drops and says aid delivery by trucks is far more effective.
The Trump administration has reversed course on Monday after it faced backlash for tying access to Federal Emergency Management Agency funds to stance on Israel boycotts. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security added a clause in FEMA's terms and conditions stipulating that states must not support the boycotting of Israel or Israeli companies, nor sever commercial ties to be eligible for funding. Close to $2 billion, crucial for search and rescue operations, staff salaries, equipment and resources would be forfeited if states don't comply. On Monday, the U.S. federal agency quietly removed that clause and in a post on X denied its existence. The Trump administration came under fire after U.S. media reported on the clause's sudden appearance as Washington continues to crack down on criticism of Israel.
At least 5 people have been killed and 13 injured after Russian strikes hit the Kharkiv and Zaporizhzhia regions. A strike targeting the city of Lazova in the Kharkiv region killed 1 person and hit critical infrastructure, including high-rise buildings and a residential area, the city's mayor said. He called it the most intense attack on the city since Russia's full-scale invasion 4 years ago. Russia has continued strikes against Ukraine as US President Donald Trump has ramped up pressure against Moscow to agree to a ceasefire deal. The US leader has set a deadline to the 8th of August for Russia to agree to a truce or face additional tariffs.
The Netherlands announced it would contribute $500 million to purchase U.S. military equipment to send to Ukraine, making it the first NATO country to use the alliance's new initiative. Last month, U.S. President Donald Trump said that the U.S. would continue to supply weapons to Kyiv, but that these would be funded by European allies as well as Canada. NATO boss Mark Rutte thanked allies for ensuring that Ukraine remains equipped to continue to defend itself against Russia. He now hopes that other NATO allies will soon follow suit as well. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Matt Whitaker also welcomed the Dutch announcement. He said that by buying the weapons, allies are helping Ukraine defend itself and are pressuring Russia, while simultaneously boosting jobs in the U.S. And Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed his gratitude for Amsterdam leading the way in this new effort.
An 85-year-old man died from heat stroke in Spain on Monday as the country experiences another brutal summer heat wave. It follows one of the deadliest months for heat-related issues in Spain, with 1,060 deaths caused by high temperatures in July. That's a 57% increase from 1 year earlier and a 54.5% increase compared to July 2023. So far this year, over 3,200 deaths in Spain are attributable to high temperatures, far exceeding last year's total of around 2,500. 9 regions are currently under alert for extreme temperatures, which are expected to reach up to 42 degrees in some places. In Barcelona, Malaga and Valencia, temperatures will remain at a notably lower level, ranging from 30 to 33 degrees. Spain's State Meteorological Agency expects the heat wave to last at least until next Sunday.
Romania's government said on Monday that it will use an EU support package to help people affected by flash floods that left at least 3 people dead in the country's northeast. The aid consists of amounts between 3,000 and 5,000 euros per case, which will be granted after damage assessments have been carried out. Bucharest will also activate the EU Solidarity Fund, through which Romania can access hundreds of millions of euros for the reconstruction of the areas. But this money will only arrive in a few months, according to the Romanian Prime Minister. In Suceava alone, approximately 78 million euros is needed for the reconstruction of the city of Brosteni and other affected localities. At least 3 people were killed when torrential rainstorms hit Romania in late July. Hundreds were forced to leave their homes as rescue services deployed in Neamt and Suceava. Some 680 homes were affected by the flash floods, which destroyed 41 houses, according to local media reports.
Some lawyers and politicians in Germany are becoming concerned that freedom of expression is being restricted. They say state-funded reporting centers established to combat online hate too often misjudge opinions for hate. In isolated cases, citizens have reportedly been victims of police raids for posting memes critical of the government. 2 such NGOs are now so-called trusted flaggers. Under the EU's Digital Services Act, they're supposed to remove illegal content from the internet. But lawyers say they see too many connections to politics.
Trusted Flagger sind deshalb umstritten, weil sie halbstaatliche Organisationen sind, die mit staatlichen Mitteln zumindest zum großen Teil finanziert werden und die letztlich darüber entscheiden, jedenfalls de facto entscheiden, welche Äußerungen im Internet legal sind und welche nicht legal sind. Das ist eine Form von staatlicher Zensur, man kann es Wahrheitsministerium nennen.
Es ist absolut nicht in Ordnung, diesen Weg weiter zu gehen, Trusted Flagger, Privatunternehmen sozusagen zu beauftragen, durchzuforsten, was im Internet erlaubt ist und was nicht. Da stehen nicht nur ich dem sehr skeptisch gegenüber. Da weiß ich auch, dass es viele auch in der Fraktion tun.
Some politicians in the governing CDU don't want to continue commissioning these trusted flaggers, indicating a possible government dispute.
Es geht darum, aus unserer Sicht, dass die Plattformen und Social Media kein rechtsfreier Raum sind, in dem justiziable strafrechtliche Dinge passieren, wie Hetze, wie Verleumdung, wie Bedrohung, wie Mobbing. All diese Dinge sind sehr ernst zu nehmen. Und deswegen hat die Kommission ja das Instrument der Trusted Flagger etabliert, um diese illegalen, strafbaren Inhalte auch meldefähig zu machen. Gelöscht wird gar nichts. Das ist ja eine Kritik, Zensur und Löschung durch die Trusted Flagger. Die Trusted Flagger melden auf Basis der Leitlinien und der Gesetzgebung und die Plattformen entscheiden und prüfen.
Also diese Diskussion wird geführt werden, definitiv. Ich bin in der DDR groß geworden. Ich sehe das sehr, sehr skeptisch, dass man auf diese Art und Weise Portale schafft, Möglichkeiten schafft, dass jeder jeden irgendwie anzeigen kann.
The coalition agreement states that false statements of fact are not covered by freedom of expression. Germany is also further ahead than other countries with trusted flaggers. 14 EU countries still haven't appointed them.
A volcano in Russia's far east erupted for the first time in centuries overnight on Sunday, just days after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the nearby coast. The eruption sent smoke and ash plumes as high as 6 kilometers into the sky, officials where the volcano is located said. As the volcano erupted, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake prompted a tsunami warning for 3 nearby areas of Kamchatka, which was later lifted. Local officials monitoring the eruption said late Sunday that its activity was decreasing, but moderate explosive activity could continue. The 8.8 magnitude earthquake that struck off Russia's far east on Wednesday caused small tsunami waves in Japan and Alaska and prompted evacuations as far away as Hawaii, North and Central America, and some Pacific islands.
Вас підвезти? Так, взагалі тут всі казали, що я вже ніколи в житті не поїду. Як ти можеш їхати, тебе нема рук, тебе немає. Як то таке можливо? Не буду. Сказав, що буду.
Розумію. Складність реабілітації залежить від пацієнта в першу чергу. Та якщо ми візьмемо, за приклад, Миколу, який є дуже мотивований чоловік, і він хоче досягнути багато чого, він цього просто бере і досягає, бо він цього хоче.
Микола звернувся, сказав, чи міг би ти мені допомогти. Микола так само з інженерним складом розуму каже, я би то сам зробив, але не можу. Ми двоє сіли, подумали, як то краще зробити, і разом зробили. Це коксоприймачі для Миколи, куди він запихає свою культю. Це таке адаптивне, там де він гальмує і газує. Ну і ось тут це такі клямки, якими він відкриває двері і так само закриває.